known as the Right Arm, which has been attacking various wicked facilities. Jansen promises that his men will find the rebel headquarters soon. After Jansen is gone, Thomas and Aris return to the bedroom and tell their friends everything while blocking the door. Soon Jansen comes to pick up the boys and his guards have to push the door open, but the teens are already gone. Thomas' team has escaped through the vents and makes it to another corridor, where Aris announces he's staying because there's something he's got to do. The group starts running and bumps into Crawford, so they force her to take them to Teresa. The alarms go off and Jansen finds the boys on the security cameras. A guard immediately appears in the corridor and uses his stun gun to try to stop them, but Minnow brings him down by kicking him against the wall. After taking the guard's gun, the group rushes to a lab to find Teresa on a bed. More guards are coming, so they block the door with a table before breaking a window to reach a different exit. There's another guard on the other side and Thomas immediately stuns him with the gun. The team keeps running and reaches a closed gate that the badge can't open. Jansen and his men appear in the corridor, saying that if they leave they won't be able to survive the harsh conditions outside. At that moment the door opens revealing Aris, so Thomas shoots at Jansen's group to distract them before running through the door with his friends right before it closes. Aris destroys the lock and the others grab a few weapons before rushing to the front gate. There's a sandstorm outside and the guards are coming after them, but the teens keep going until the storm makes it hard for their enemies to follow them anymore. After running for a while, they find an abandoned building and go inside to spend the night. Thomas and Aris decide they should try finding the Right Arm in the mountains. Then they notice some footprints on the ground and follow them to find a room with supplies, which means someone used to live here. They take what they can carry before splitting to search the building. In another room Thomas and Minnow find a dead body and a bunch of cables that they follow until they see a generator. Minnow turns it on and now the whole building has power. Suddenly some cranks appear behind them, so Minnow brings one down to create an opening and the boys run into a different room, quickly closing the door to keep the cranks out. Then they push down some furniture to block the door, however this room is full of cranks too. The duo keeps running to reunite with the others and now everyone hurries to escape together. Aris uses a bat to bring down a crank that gets too close and Teresa hits another one with a hammer. A crank bursts through a window and tackles Newt to the ground, but his friends quickly kick the creature off to rescue him. They find a narrow corridor in the wall and run through it, but the door at the end is locked. While the group tries to open it, Winston uses his gun to hold the cranks in the corridor back, killing a few of them. After lots of kicking and pushing, the door is opened and the group can keep going. Unfortunately Winston is grabbed by the cranks and his stomach is heavily scratched by their rotting hands. His friends manage to grab him and pull him away from the cranks so they can move ahead. The chase continues until the teenagers find a safe spot to hide and sleep there for the rest of the night. The next morning the group leaves the building and discovers they're in the middle of a city in ruins. Suddenly they hear an engine-like noise and rush to hide right before the wicked helicopters pass by. Thankfully they aren't seen and after the choppers are gone the group keeps moving, only for Winston to collapse. He's really sick and can barely move so the others have to carry him on a makeshift stretcher. For the next few hours the teens continue to cross the desert and even deal with a sandstorm. When they stop to rest, Teresa shows Thomas a tattoo